working on it and it will get better. Good morning. I feel like I look so tired today and I'm not really sure why. I slept like 11 hours last night. Yesterday I did do a lot of cleaning in my house. I feel like I'm into like the spring cleaning, like it's a new year and I wanted to like deep clean my apartment and kind of start off on like a very fresh and clean apartment and getting rid of a lot of things that I don't need. One of my goals for this year, one of my goals that I've had for a while that I've kind of been striving to do, is become a little bit more minimalistic and just get rid of a lot of things that kind of sit in drawers and things that I kind of have that I don't use, or things that I kind of just hoard from like just anything that has like some kind of memory. And obviously there are things that I'm not going to get rid of, but I feel like I have a lot of things where they were kind of just like gifts that are sitting in the closet that I've never actually used. And I really just want to get into the habit of just like constantly getting rid of things that I don't use anymore. I just got this ice roller for Christmas and I completely understand the obsession with ice rollers now. Like this is so nice in the morning and oh my gosh, I love it. Especially like waking up for night shift, I feel like I'm so dead and this is everything. I figured I'd do a little get ready with me and kind of talk to you guys a little bit about me being burnt out. And some of you guys were thinking I needed to leave my job and things like that. And I kind of just wanted to elaborate a little bit on that and how I'm feeling and what I'm doing to kind of help with that, because I feel like that's a really important topic that needs to be addressed. So I figured we'd just do it while I got ready. I'm honestly just getting ready so that I can kind of like get myself in the mood to get up and get my day started, because I'm not taking a nap anymore. I woke up around 1. I slept all night, so I've like slept a good amount. And yes, it's kind of time to like start getting the day ready. Like I was saying, I have been deep cleaning my apartment. So yesterday I spent so much time cleaning. Like the entire day I was cleaning. I got rid of all of my Christmas stuff and I've kind of moved on to like now Valentine's Day. Hobby Lobby Home Goods just has the cutest stuff and it's so addicting. Just got some cute little Valentine's Day towels and stuff for the kitchen. It's like so fun. I just bought this Trader Joe's sunscreen and I don't know if you guys have seen this on TikTok, but it was really popular on TikTok for being a dupe for one of these like high-end sunscreens, and I've been in need of a sunscreen and I haven't ordered my usual. I usually use the Ultimate sunscreen, but I'm excited to try this out because like I said, I heard it was a dupe for some really good stuff. Oh, that is not what I was expecting. It's like clear. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. That's not, oh, I know what sunscreen this is a dupe for. This is a dupe for the Unseen sunscreen. Okay, this is kind of nice. I kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my burnout and what I'm kind of doing to help with it, because I feel like some of the comments got a little misconstrued on my last video, and I feel like a lot of people were kind of telling me it might be time to like move on from my job and stuff like that. And I don't feel like I'm quite ready to move on from my job. I feel like it's truly just been very situational and I've just been dealt some very difficult situations in my job in the past few months, and I just kind of need to learn how to cope with it, because at the end of the day, when I do have regular deliveries and I have regular days, like I'm so happy. I think I just need to get over the trauma of some of the things that I've kind of gone through and some of the things I've seen. And I do get triggered by different things happening at my job, so I think it's just a process of doing things to kind of get over some of the situations that I've gone through and to kind of process it. So I kind of wanted to tell you guys some of the things that I've kind of been doing to help with that, because I feel like some people get confused when you feel burned out and they kind of automatically assume like it's time to leave your job. Well, working in healthcare, you're gonna see so many traumatic things, and you just kind of need to read and kind of assess what's going on and what's kind of causing the issues that you're having and the anxiety and stuff that you're having and some of the traumas. And sometimes you just need to be able to process it or find healthy ways to kind of process and cope with it. And it's not that I don't enjoy my job, because I absolutely I absolutely adore my job. At my last job, that's when I knew I had to leave, which is when I worked in medical med-surg oncology. I was just constantly unhappy. Like, I didn't want to do anything at work, outside of work. Like, I was just so unhappy with my place there, and that's how I knew it was time to leave. But this job is just when it's a normal night and it's not something awful. I love my job, but it's just been kind of triggering me a little bit to be in these situations and to be in a role where I feel like I have to be in every emergency, which is when I usually resource. And I have actually already talked to my supervisor, and I told her that I don't want to be scheduled as a resource anymore. And I talked to her about this last week, and that's funny enough because the next day I came in and a lot of nurses had called in and I was a resource nurse, and I was okay with it. It's not that I don't want to be resourced, it's just that I get so anxious knowing I'm resourced to go into work because I dread certain situations from happening, because it's not fair to anybody for me to be not at my best, and nurses deserve to have somebody competent and mentally secure to like be going in and helping with certain situations. And so yeah, so that's why I haven't left my job, and I'm not thinking about leaving my job anytime soon. I've been a nurse now for 3 years, and I just feel like bedside in general, it's not necessarily the job that I have, it's just the kind of lifestyle of working 12 hours is kind of started to like catch up to me, and I'm kind of starting to get very much over the night shift life and like the bedside life. So I don't think that I will be here for many years to come. I definitely know that my ending will probably be here within the next few years. I truthfully do not understand how people do bedside for so long. Like right now I'm young and I don't have kids, and I feel like it's okay, but I just genuinely cannot imagine having kids and having a family and working bedside. That's just so much. Some of the things that I have kind of been doing for my burnout have been, I have been part-time now since September of last year. And when I first went part-time, which is actually in August, I was actually picking up a third shift like I think until October, I was picking up a third shift every single week just to kind of make up for the extra shift. And I don't know why, it just felt so different picking up the shifts like per choice rather than like forced. And like it was nice having the option, but since again I've kind of been going through this phase where I'm just like so over it, and a lot of nurses kind of go through this, and I feel like some people, if you don't work nursing and you have never gone through like a time period like this, it's so easy to say like, oh, it's time to go, oh, it's time for you to leave, but everybody goes through this, and it doesn't even matter what kind of job you're in. Everybody goes through a phase where you're like, I am ready, like I'm so over this, like I wish that I can just leave my job and not work, but that's not an option. And right now I couldn't imagine myself doing anything other than what I'm currently doing. So again, I don't feel like it's time for me to go just yet. I've also been grouping my 2 shifts a week like very together, so like I'll do like Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday of the next week, and I'll have like 7 or 8 days off in a row, and it is literally amazing. I am a normal person, I sleep good, and I've also been very, very, very good with my workouts. For workouts, I do ClassPass. If you guys have heard of ClassPass before, it's basically an app where you pay this app and they give you a certain amount of credits depending on how much you pay, and then you can actually book through private studios, so like Pilates, bar, spin, yoga, any private studio that has partnered with ClassPass. You can take classes there without having a membership or without doing anything specifically with that private gym. Like you don't have to go to them, you don't pay them, you pay the app, and you can kind of book what classes you want to do in these random studios. Like if I want to do yoga today at one studio, I can, and then tomorrow if I want to do Pilates, I'll go do Pilates at a different studio. And it's just amazing because depending on what mood I'm in, I can go do whatever workout I want to do. And I've genuinely really been enjoying spin lately around my area, and I have fallen like obsessed with this spin strength and yoga class that I've been doing. So that has honestly been life-changing. Like my energy, my excitement, my days off are so happy because of this class. Like, but yeah, so I've been doing a lot of different things to kind of help with like my anxiety. The only thing that I've kind of really been talking about but haven't done is started therapy, and that's something that I really need to start. So I think here within the next few days, I'm actually just gonna look into what therapy places my insurance covers, or what it's kind of like affordable near me. And I've talked to a lot of my coworkers, and some of my coworkers do go to therapy for not only our job but just their health in general, and they say such good things about it. So I feel like that's something that I also need in my life. But I feel like completely different than I did in my last video. I also had a very rough case in my last video, so I feel like that kind of also changed the pace of the video. I hope you guys had a really good Happy New Year and Christmas and all the things, but I feel like this has been already so long, so I'm just gonna cut it here, and I think I'm gonna go to Kroger and pick up some groceries.
Go potty?
Just leaving my house, and now all I want is to eat out. I haven't been on a Chick-fil-A kick lately. I don't know why. I used to be so obsessed with Chick-fil-A when I was younger, and then the past few years I'm like, nah, I'll get it every once in a while, but I'm not like obsessed like I used to be when I was younger. And now, ooh, a spicy chicken sandwich, extra crispy, dipped in Chick-fil-A sauce is my weak point. The worst thing to do is to go grocery shopping when you're hungry, so I think I'm gonna pick something up. Don't know if it's gonna be Starbucks. I think it is gonna be Starbucks. I already have my coffee, and my Nespresso coffee is way better than Starbucks, so I'm not interested in getting a coffee. I think I just want a bacon Gouda chicken sandwich. So it's a beautiful day today, and I would love to just, oh, this is the best angle. It's such a beautiful day today, and I would love to just be out and about today, which I'm happy I'm leaving my house today, because another thing that I've kind of, I feel like this video is just about things that I've kind of been doing to help with my burnout, but one of the things that I've been kind of doing to help with like my night shift burnout is going on walks like first thing in the morning with my dog. And the sunlight that you get in the morning, you guys, really wakes you up, or whenever you wake up. And I like to also get some sunlight before night shift. So this is so nice. I'll probably take Rosie out on a walk if I have time before I go into work, because you can kind of see like how blue and pretty it is. It is such a pretty day, and I just love it. Like, it makes me so happy how pretty it is outside. Ooh, a salad. Okay, now I think I'm gonna get a chicken salad from a place right next to Starbucks. But I think I do want like a heftier meal, because I haven't had any breakfast today. I've only had coffee, which I know is so bad for you to have first thing in the morning. So I think I'm gonna get a salad actually, and just sit down, chill, eat my salad, and then go to Kroger. We gotta romanticize night shift, guys. We gotta romanticize it. So okay guys, so I just wanted to show you what I'm taking for lunch today. I prefer to snack, and sometimes I don't get to all the snacks. It just kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for. So the first snack, one of the usual things that I pretty much always bring is fruit. So today's fruit is blueberries. I don't know why I put it in such a big container, because I'm not taking that many, but blueberries. Next snack that I'm bringing, or next thing that I'm bringing, are celery and carrots with everything but the bagel seasoning. This is pretty much a staple that I always have in my lunchbox. I pretty much always have celery with some kind of dip. Sometimes I like to bring spinach and artichoke dip, but today's dip is going to be everything but the bagel seasoning dip. Next, I'm bringing this gnocchi that I actually found at Trader Joe's the other day. It's gnocchi stuffed with mozzarella and tomato sauce, which sounds so good. So I'm going to be taking this as a little snack. You can just pop that in the microwave, and it's a nice little snack. And then what I kind of brought for like my main meal is this chicken tortilla soup that I made yesterday in here. And I just brought some tortilla chips, and I also put some lime on top. And then my usual for drinking when I get out of work is a protein shake. This is what basically prevents me from going to Chick-fil-A in the morning, which some days if it's really hard, I just go straight to Chick-fil-A and I don't care. But this is usually what I drink on my way home. So by the time I get home, I can just get home and go to sleep. So that's what my lunch is looking like for today. I'm also gonna prepare my water and then take Rosie out, and I gotta go. It's not the best quality, but I'm driving to work right now, and I wanted to mention that I finally finished the ACOTAR series. I feel like I've mentioned it a few times on my Instagram, but I have so much, what's the word? So much like pain, and like I just feel like a sense of me is missing because I'm no longer reading the series anymore. So I started Crescent City, and I've been enjoying it so far. I feel like the beginning of fantasy books are so complicated. If you guys don't like fantasy books or like reading or anything, you probably just skip this part. But I feel like there's a lot of like book lovers right now, especially with TikTok. And I just started Crescent City, and the beginning of it is so hard to get into because they are creating such a storyline, and like they're explaining the world and all the people and all the types of people and stuff. And I feel like it's so hard in the beginning. So I started listening to an audiobook because yesterday I was cleaning, and I am thoroughly enjoying the audiobook. So I'm driving to work, and I think that's going to be my new thing. I usually listen to podcasts. Like I'm a really big fan of What We Said podcast. Like that is usually a podcast I listen to every single week going to work. But I'm actually caught up either way on my podcast. So right now I'm actually just listening to the audiobook of Crescent City. And then when I get to work, I did bring my Kindle. So if I do have any spare time, I can just read it. But I'm so into it. I feel like I've become so obsessed with Sarah J. Maas books and with fantasy in general. It gets me so excited. Like I'm so excited just driving and listening to my audiobook. And yeah, I feel like there's such a good like book talk and like book community. So I wanted to share to see if anybody else is like into it. We can kind of chat about it and stuff. But I'm barely, I think I'm in like on page like 200 of Crescent City. So it's like still pretty early. So please do not spoil it for anything. Please don't spoil anything because again, I'm barely in the beginning of it. But yeah, so I have been really listening to audiobooks on my way to work, and it's given me such a sense of peace. Like usually podcasts and audiobooks now, they relax me so much before work. I used to listen to music or talk to somebody, but honestly, podcasts and now audiobooks are such a sense of comfort on my way to work, and it's such a chill way to like get the mood going for work. So before I get to the chaos of work. So yeah, I highly recommend audiobooks. If you guys are wanting something to listen to on your way to work. I have about a 30-minute commute, so it's a good little bit that I drive. So yeah, so I'm gonna go back to listening to my Crescent City audiobook because I've become so obsessed with it. So yeah, I'll update you guys as I read it. If you guys are interested or not interested in like the book talk, you could just comment and let me know. But I feel like that's something that I've been really enjoying lately. So I know I feel like it's pretty fun to kind of talk about.